Good evening, Guardians. We are back again here at the Guardian Talk Radio. I hope everybody is doing quite well this evening. And, woo, here we go again. Oh yeah, we're back on our player shit. Okay, so the last couple of streams, we went over somebody that had some takes, and then I found another one. It was literally like, I was probably uploading the video to YouTube, and I decided, I'm going to go ahead and search for someone. And I found another one, and the video is about as long as the last one. So let's be sure, or, yeah, it's going to be probably 2 parts too, or I'm gonna be here for like hour and a half just going through everything. And I got everything nicely set up this time, so it's all good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, swap over to this scene right here. Hope you like my I hope you like my shirt. Yep, it's I can't. Yeah, I keep all my dad jokes in a database. So, let's make sure everything's good. Yeah, everything good. Okay. So, this next character that we'll be discussing is NovaUmbral. He's going to be our next person that we're going to review, I guess you could say. I guess you could call it a review, but we're going to review what he states. Now, let it be known, he does say some things that I do agree, but most of it is hyperbolic. Like the whole thing, pretty much. So, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to record, so that way we're just jumping right into the video and basically go over what he says. So, okay, let me just make sure I have everything here all set up, ready to go. And okay, so let's go ahead and start the recording in 3, 2. Oh, and if you're watching this where it's the live stream, don't go away. Don't go away when I'm done with the recording. We'll still be sticking around watching the or we're going to stick around and talk about what's been said and our thoughts. So, all right, we're going to start the recording in 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Armalite here at the Guardian Talk Radio. Tonight's topic is going to be on our, let me make sure I get the name right, NovaUmbral. For some reason I want to say Nova, but it's, or Void or something weird, but it's NovaUmbral is going to be the lucky contestant for this evening's entertainment. So, like before, we'll have to stop the music. And now, if this is your first video and you want to be able to hit my, you want to be able to watch my live streams when I do these live, then be sure to hit the subscription and notification bell so you can be notified when I go live. So, all right, Nova, let the fans hear you. Let's go.
Just to clarify before I begin this video, I have not seen any trailers about Witch Queen. I have not read any TWAB since Season of the Splicer, I have not seen any vid docs and anything else Bungie put out about Witch Queen and their plans in 2022. I went into this DLC completely blind and expected quality that matched the price tag. With that said, let's dive right in.
Let's do this.
Destiny 2 Witch Queen is even more of a scam than Beyond Light, and to be honest,
Ooh, that's a hell of a hot take, isn't it, tonight? Oof. Ah. Okay. Let's see how he justifies it.
I don't know if I should commend Bungie for their efforts or blame myself for buying this DLC. Probably both.
Well, like I said in my previous with the plenty, that's all like nobody's forcing you to pay for anything. You have complete control over your money. Self-control, self-responsibility, all those things. Maybe somebody should have taught that to you. Continue.
Now, before I rip into this entire update, let me first clarify that the Legendary campaign was actually pretty good. It's not amazing by any means, but it was definitely a huge improvement in terms of campaign quality when compared to last year's Beyond Light.
Yeah, I half-ass agree with that. I mean, let's just say Witch Queen was probably the best. You know, based on content, most people try to make claims like, oh, it was going to be smaller smaller than Forsaken, and most likely smaller than Shadowkeep. Yeah, I think it was larger than both. And the story was actually really good. And if you played it solo on, the classic mode, just chilling, playing through the story, just soaking it all in, I highly recommend it. It's actually pretty good.
I mean, Beyond Light itself set a pretty low bar anyways, but I just want to point that out. The campaign this time around is decent. Savathun herself is a pretty good main antagonist and is far better than Aramis.
Great.
The new throne world is a gorgeous location, the new weapons and armors look fantastic, weapon crafting is excellent, and I love how you can pick these perks and these new enhancement perks, being able to customize your gun the way you want it to be.
Yeah, even with the weapon crafting system, I think it could be better. I like the concept. It's great. It's amazing. But, like, I was under the assumption that we could craft anything and everything, but that's not exactly the case as of right now. It could change in the future, but that's just kind of my point.
The Void rework is absolutely amazing. I love what they did with the Void Warlocks especially. It's just absolutely beautiful how you can now mix and match the grenades. You're able to unlock aspects and fragments. I just love the way the Void rework was handled this time around. It's absolutely incredible.
So he starts off as, all the good points that he likes, at the very beginning, which, hey, cool. I think we could pretty much all agree on a lot of those subjects, but it's what he takes issues with that I want to leave a comment. So here we go.
I love the new manufacturer perks, which makes each weapon a lot more different and unique. I also really liked Finch from the campaign and his voice actor. The new strikes were actually pretty interesting and unique. Each level in the campaign is honestly incredible. It actually felt like a proper level this time. You didn't constantly go back and forth from the same reused locations. Each level was actually different from the last one, and the scenery is just incredible. The art team really blew themselves up this time.
Yeah, I mean, whenever he goes through this whole list and he basically covers everything. What's there left to cover? Like, everything is pretty amazing. Everything is pretty good. Oh, you about to find out.
The new public events are pretty nice and actually spice up the patrols a lot. And some of the new exotics are also really nice. And that's it. The main portion of Witch Queen is genuinely good, but that's it.
He went through this whole thing. Like, I find that kind of funny. He was just like, This was amazing. They blew up. They went off. It was this is just astounding. And then and that's it. Like, gee, it can't be any harder to please. I mean, playing hard to get, are we? Continue.
Everything else is the same old, and worse. So the biggest problem with Witch Queen is its monetization. Firstly, this DLC is $100. It is not 40, it is not 80, but it is 100.
No. So, this is the beginning of part 1. Well, basically, he states, well, the expansion, so Witch Queen is $100. I'm gonna let that sink in for you just for a second. And if you've never played Destiny before, but you're thinking about doing it, and if you just so happen to drop in onto this video, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. But I'm going to clarify a few things, and we're going to get this straightened up just a little bit.
I mean, technically, if you don't own the 30th anniversary, it's 120, but that doesn't really make things any better. If you want to experience the full package of Witch Queen, you need to buy the deluxe bundle to experience everything.
No, you don't.
Why? Because when buying the base edition of this DLC, you do not get the first season pass, unlike Beyond Light. So if you end up buying Witch Queen, you'll need to spend another $10 for the seasonal content.
Yeah.
I'm in Canada, so the base edition is $50. So I need to drop $60 alone just to experience the seasonal content alongside the main campaign.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you say? The content is worth a penny, so just buy it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is it? It's seasonal content, so it's the same as last time, and you have 1 to 2 seasonal activities with some season weapons as well as an exotic quest.
See, I guess we'll just boil it down, but even though that, yeah, it's seasonal content, kind of the same basic, story being told over and over and over again. Is it really though? Because we know that the seasons are propagated to be build-ups for the next DLC. Instead of just having random shit, kind of like how they used to have it, it's literally telling a story. A DLC drops, and then the seasons are what's in between that leads up to the next season, or the next season and next season, all the way up to the next expansion. Is it worth $10? Well, that's up to you, to be honest. That's your opinion. If you don't think it's worth $10, but I don't think that you should be speaking for everybody else. I think that should be, maybe you should state, hey, that's my opinion. I don't think that's worth $10. Well, don't spend the $10. I mean, it's not that damn hard.
But that's about it. And notice how I didn't include dungeons, because that's right. Dungeons are now sold separately. And
people keep saying this. That dungeons are being sold separately. It's all being sold separately. Do we know that for sure? Has Bungie actually stated that all the dungeons from here on out? If they have, please let me know. But if they haven't, well, maybe it was just a one-off. Because it was the 30th anniversary and they needed to fill up the space within that 6 months. For $25, not that bad of a deal, in my opinion.
Yes, that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's true. So you need to buy the deluxe in order to get access to these new activities because they're not included in the season pass anymore. Alright, big deal, just buy the deluxe, you might say.
Well, actually, you don't buy the deluxe in order to obtain the dungeon. You have to buy the 30th anniversary to get the newest dungeon that we received. And that's $25. That's basically what it is. It's not, you have to pay $100. Continue.
Well, first off, look how much it costs. It's $100. The deluxe includes 4 seasons, and 3 of them are not even out yet. So by purchasing this deluxe bundle, you indirectly pre-order 3 more seasons, which you might not even end up liking.
I know I'm going to be nitpicking, and I'm going to show it off. I'm going to let him make his point. It's going to be a very long point, but I'm telling you, you don't have to do any of these things. You could literally wait until after each one of these things drops to see if that's what you want. Now, if someone says, oh, well, I wanted to purchase all the seasons, but what if there's one that I don't like? Well, don't purchase all the seasons. Just wait till they come out.
I know for a fact that a large majority of the player base did not enjoy Season of the Hunt.
And he picks the one that was long ago, far away. The Season of the Hunt. Of course, nobody ever cared about that. How many seasons was after that? And it was starting to escalate and get better and better and better. Just saying. And mind you, this video that he placed for us is not like months old. This is literally just weeks old. Like 3 weeks that was uploaded. Now it could be I'll give an extra week. So a month. But this time it's not like in a previous season, like Season of the Splicer. This is actually very current.
Myself included. What if I just want to buy Season 16 and then skip out on 2 seasons?
And you can. You don't have to purchase the deluxe edition.
And then come back to the final season of the year. You know, a lot of people cherry pick seasons, especially new players who are new to the game and don't want to spend $100 for a game they have probably less than 30 hours in.
I agree. And nobody should expect them to do so. So, okay, we agree on that.
Next, the deluxe also includes 2 dungeons and exotic quests? Didn't they put the dungeons and quest content behind the DLC itself?
There was only one, and that was for the Gallahorn. It was the selling point. Okay. You purchase the 30th anniversary, you get the new dungeon, you get the new armor, you get the new weapons, and you also get Gallahorn. It was a selling point to get you to pay the $25 or to pre-order at the time. But that was it. And as far as I know, as of right now, that's all you got. Okay, continue.
If I last remember, Shadowkeep had Pit of Heresy. It wasn't behind some deluxe bundle. Deathbringer and Xenophage were Shadowkeep DLC exotics. They weren't locked behind a deluxe bundle. And second,
these weren't actually locked behind a deluxe bundle that's $100. It was for the 30th anniversary. That is for $25. Difference.
No DLC is $100.
And Bungie has never sold a DLC for $100. Not once. Not one DLC has been sold for $100 in of itself. Because that's what you're stating. Is no DLC is worth $100. I can agree with that. But Bungie has never sold a DLC for $100.
No expansion is worth $100.
And like I said, Bungie hasn't sold anything. No DLCs, no expansions of by itself for $100. Trying to put the emphasis. Trying to do it right.
An expansion that is not only not guaranteed to stay because of the Destiny content vault, but an expansion that also removed the past 4 seasons, which had storyline and quests that all built up to Savathun's campaign, is certainly not worth $100. I don't care what anyone says, this shit is not worth $100, and the fact that Bungie is basically forcing you to pre-order and buy this deluxe bundle so you can get access to the later content at a discount versus if you bought them all separately is egregious as fuck.
And let me do, I actually, I actually did the fucking math. Okay. If you was to purchase everything separate and waited to see, you would literally save 3 or 4 cents on top of if someone pre-ordered. And that's not including if there's a season that comes around and you're like, meh, I'm not feeling it. This is kind of weird. I really don't want to be a part of this. And if that's the case, you spend even less.
And there is no incentive or reason to buy the content separately now because you must buy all the seasons with the deluxe bundle.
I still don't get your point. Because nobody is twisting your arm. Nobody is forcing you to purchase basically he's focusing more on pre-orders. The whole pre-orders whenever before Witch Queen even dropped, and then you'd either pay for the deluxe or the anniversary deluxe, all the seasons for either the $80 or the $100. That's basically what they were pushing. Of course, they're going to push for the pre-orders. Every single game that comes out, they want you to pre-order. Okay, that's nothing new. And might I add, you could say, Arma, most games that pre-ordered are about $60. Why does Bungie sell their pre-orders at $80 to $100? Well, let's say for the $60 that you're pre-ordering, you're just buying the game, the whatever game or expansion. With Destiny, you're purchasing the expansion and all 4 seasons. Some of us actually just like, hey, I'm going to play them all regardless because I enjoy playing Destiny. So what? I'll let you continue.
I mean, sure, you can still buy the season alone with silver, but that's $10 standalone. Remember, dungeons will not arrive with season or DLC packs anymore.
And where's this information coming from? I still want to see that. I guess I'm going to have to look it up. And in my next video, I'll retract my statement. But I don't think anybody knows if dungeons are going to start being sold separately. I think it might have just been a one-off with the 30th anniversary. Because they had to delay Witch Queen for another 6 months. Just saying.
But they are now bundled with the deluxe, so if you were to spend $10 on this season, but the dungeon comes out next season, you would still need to spend the extra money on the deluxe even if you bought the next season alone with silver, which means you spend more money for no reason. I can guarantee you that seasons 16, 17, 18, and 19 will be vaulted before the next DLC in late 2022.
Really? You hear how confident he sounds. Like, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. I guarantee you that all these will be vaulted before the next expansion. Well, no fucking shit. Every single one of them have. All the other seasons that we've seen that come to pass. They're no longer around. Yes, we know this. Some people, I swear to God.
Or early 2023. So you're paying an additional $40 for something that won't even stay. It's a death sentence for any other game, but Bungie still gets away with it.
You spend $40, so $10 that is for per season, and each season is $10. I just said that right. It's all $10. $40 is for 4 seasons that take up an entire year. But it's because the content, like, I really don't understand where the point is being driven. You still get to keep the weapons. You still get to keep the armor pieces. Okay, yeah, maybe some of the older stuff got sunset. But I don't know how it is that I don't think that they're going to be doing a whole lot of sunsetting like what they did prior. So, and in my opinion, I think sunsetting would have been good if it actually was not during Beyond Light, because Beyond Light was, it was light. But we all know that. Let it go. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Just a few months ago, they sold players a dungeon and Galahorn for $30 on top of the season pass, which was also extended.
Yeah, if you waited all the way until season of the Lost to not purchase it, because you got to think of those who all pre-ordered all of the Beyond Light stuff when Beyond Light first dropped. So, and then how many of those didn't purchase any of those things, but decided to purchase Season of the Lost, and then all of a sudden the 30th anniversary came out, which was to hold us for 6 months. So yeah, I mean, the shit wasn't going to be for free. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, you were able to interact with the content, like the free activity. You just didn't have, I don't think that you were able to interact with anything in the treasure hoard, I believe.
They very well could have just included this into the season pass because, well, why not? You pay $10 for a season pass and it's Bungie's 30th anniversary. At the very least, just put it behind.
Well, let me, if I may be misremembering this a little bit, but I don't think that the 30th anniversary was even a thing, or even like maybe Bungie knew about it because they developed these things, but it was not public until like the about the end. Maybe it was coming up to season of the Lost. It was whenever they started pre-ordering for Witch Queen, and then that's when they were showing off the 30th anniversary. So, and it was something that was supposed to hold us over for 6 more months until Witch Queen can drop. But some people just like, I want it for free. Please.
Season of the Lost. But no, they decided to charge you an additional $25 to $30 on their anniversary. But it's a free-to-play game. They need to make money, plus you still get content every year if you pay. Well, yes, you have a point. The game does get content every year, as it's basically like Call of Duty, but instead of releasing a new game each year, they just remove all the old content and wipe fresh again. But there is 2 problems. A, the game is labeled as free-to-play. Under that label and assumption, one would expect the DLCs to just be add-ons.
Yeah. No, I mean, if that is your thinking, if you think that a free-to-play game, which has been, I'm pretty sure if you look up a trailer for the New Light, where you can start playing Destiny for free. I mean, this is not Warframe, mind you. I believe Warframe was one of those that did everything for free. The only way that Destiny could be able to do everything for free is if they bombarded the Eververse with everything. Literally, they would have to make their bread and butter out of the Eververse. And I don't think we want that. And they would end up probably having to implement loot boxes. Ugh. Yes. The dreaded loot boxes in freaking video games, man. It's ridiculous. But God forbid anybody trying to make some money around here. Jesus fucking Christ.
Not mandatory purchases. Destiny 2 is not free to play. I don't care what anyone says. It's
Okay. So I think I kind of see what the point is that Destiny, you can start off playing, free to play. Sure. But let's say if we took away the whole free to play aspect of the game, would this still be an argument? Would this still be an issue for people like you or anybody else out there that think it's not fair or whatever? Just curious.
free to start, not play. It's
I can agree
essentially
with that.
false marketing at this point because free players do not have any content to play through. Maybe if we had this discussion during Shadowkeep, I'd actually kind of agree with you, as most people seem to forget that new players and free players had access to Red War content, Curse of Osiris content, and Warmind content.
You know what? I would have to actually look that up, and we're getting close to 30 minutes now. But I would have to actually look that up because I'm a little iffy on if that's actually the case. So, but here, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you right here, right now. If you feel like Bungie is trying to take advantage of you and you cannot purchase any of these things after they're dropped, then you're going to get basically punished. Well, here you go. $39.99 for Destiny 2 Witch Queen. Before I continue on that, it had dropped, or it released on March 8th of 2022. So what does that tell you? Witch Queen came out in February 2020, February 22nd of 2022. There's a lot of twos there, okay? So they dropped Witch Queen then, and you can literally wait 2 weeks, and then you can actually purchase Witch Queen by itself for a whopping $39.99. Not $100. Now you have the 30th anniversary. $24.99. So $25. And by the looks of it, that actually was available for purchase in December 7th. So, there you go. That was actually available before Witch Queen. Then, Witch Queen Deluxe. $79.99. $80. And that's with Witch Queen and all 4 seasons. And I'm raising my hand to the camera and you can't even see me. And then the whopping $100. And you get Destiny 2 Witch Queen Deluxe plus Bungie's 30th anniversary bundle, which comes with Witch Queen and all the expansions, plus the 30th anniversary. This is not this. These are 2 completely different things. Thank you very much. So, let's try to stay on track here when it comes to this shit.
And everything else with new light. Now, maybe that doesn't paint the picture very well, so let me visualize it for you a bit better. Pre-Beyond Light, Destiny 2 free-to-play had Arms Dealer, Lake of Shadows, Southern Song.
Okay. He's going to ramble on with this whole long list of things that I guess new light players had access to before, and now they have nothing, which technically they got they could play all the strikes. I believe Nightfalls, maybe Grandmaster Nightfall. Big old question mark. They can also play all the Crucible plus Iron Banner, I believe, and Trials is locked behind a DLC, so you can't play Trials. And you can play Gambit. You can have access to all of the locations. Europa, Seventh Throne World. Hell, they even let you play the first part of the Witch Queen. Give you a little taste of what's happening. So, there you go. And I think this would be a good stopping point. We're at like almost 32 minutes. So I'm going to end the video. If you are in the live stream, please stay with me. We'll be continuing. And if you like to try to hit me up on the live streams, make sure you hit the subscription notification. I usually try to start about 9:30 Central Standard Time. Kind of giving you an idea. So, but until the next one in part 2, and then till I see you Guardians again, you stay classy. Okay. There's another 30-minute video. Whew. God damn. Woo. All right, so we're at 8. Oh, there's still 6 minutes of that video. I know this is all audio form. I just feel like it's a little bit better. And plus it was a lot easier than trying to this kind of setup. It's a lot better than trying to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead. This is your first time here. I'll go ahead and show off the cool stuff in the Discord. Need to switch this up just a little bit. Boom. There you go. And I'll just hot takes. And I'll start the stage. This is basically the setup in the Discord. If you happen to decide, hey, I want to, do the call-in feature so that way I can give my point of view. And the way I decided that I'm going to set this all up for, in the future, if I do these hot takes, we'll just do the recording right at the beginning of the show. And then, so you can watch it here on YouTube. And if you decide that you want to hop into the Discord and, express how you feel about what was discussed, you are free to do so. But we'll see if anybody hops in. I'm just going to put that off to the side. And you know what? I think this deserves a one more run through. If, let's say, you're on the fence, because we'll talk more about this in tomorrow's stream to do the part 2 of the video. And Witch Queen, $39.99, $24.99 for the 30th anniversary, deluxe, $80, $100 for everything. So when you hear somebody say, you will be punished if you do not pre-order the DLCs and the expansions because Bungie is trying to twist your arm off. The only thing I can see somebody may having an argument about that is the fact that they want to you don't want to wait the 2 weeks. You would have to wait 2 weeks before they finally release the DLC separately. But let it be known, if that's the case and you decide, hey, I heard about this cool game called Destiny. They just got a new expansion. I want to check it out. And you start looking up at reviews. The first 2 weeks is always the hype weeks. It's always hype. And then everybody drops off after the first 2 weeks. So, yeah, you can literally sit here and just check out videos, make an educated decision if that's what you want to do. If you want to purchase the Witch Queen, you don't have to pre-order shit. Yeah, it's all in your face at the very beginning. But after Bungie releases where you can purchase that DLC separately, it's 2 weeks. Hell, might even help you if that's when your payday falls under. See, I'm still trying to figure out why people want to have issues with, what if I'm a struggling parent and I have children to take care of, but I still want to play Destiny? Bro, my heart goes out to you, and I really hope, things are well. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If you're having those kind of struggles, maybe you shouldn't be purchasing anything in a video game. Just saying. So, oh shit, we got Xavier. See him in the Discord. I don't know, maybe he'll just be wanting to listen in. I see you, boy. I haven't heard from you in a minute. I bet he's gonna give me shit too. Watch. Woo. Oh, there it is. Okay. We'll go ahead and bring his ass in here. Invite to speak. Hang on. Before you speak, let me swap. And can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. I had to make up some changes. Oh, and what am I doing? Ooh, wait, that was really loud. Okay. And we're going to have to change that. I need to learn how to get the music started up again.
Hi, Arma.
Hello. How are you, Gabby?
Good. Still pregnant.
Yeah, that's good. Let's keep that going. So what's up, Xavier? How you doing, brother?
I'm waiting on my taxes to hit.
Yeah.
Cause I gotta get PlayStation Plus.
What?
Yeah, I ran out of PlayStation Plus. I could have swore I bought another year, but I didn't. So here in the next couple of weeks, I gotta buy it again.
Well, I guess have you kept up with what's been going on for the past couple days?
No, not really.
That's why you gotta be here, brother. That's why you gotta be here.
Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. That's all I know that's gone on in the past couple of days.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah. I think someone made the best point. If it was the other Rock, I think the situation would have been different. But anyways, the past couple days, I started doing my little hot takes where specific YouTubers or content creators or whatever you want to call them, they like to either make exaggerated claims. One that we were just talking about, he's basically trying to say that the Witch Queen is $100, and it's like, no, okay, it's not $100 fucking dollars for just Witch Queen.
It's what, because the deluxe edition is $90.
It's $80 for the deluxe edition, whereas all 4 seasons and the expansion.
So it's $79.99, not $89.99.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it's $80, right?
Right.
$80, you gotta think. You get 4 season passes. If you don't buy the DLC at all, each season pass is $10. So that's $40. That's half of it right there.
Right.
And the deluxe edition, you get the ornament for the Osteostriga. That right there is a $10 Eververse ornament that you're getting in a bundle instead.
Well, also, you can actually purchase the Witch Queen expansion like 2 weeks after it drops. Like it's available 2 weeks. Is like on March 8th is when it was released, and it's only the $40. So it's $40 if you just want to purchase Witch Queen. The argument keeps being brought up that Bungie forces you to purchase the expansions and all these things. They force you to purchase the deluxe editions, the $100, the big ticket items.
Nobody is being forced to. What it is it's people that have poor money management skills, and that's fucking. I'm one to talk about poor money management skills. Jesus. Armin knows I've got $200 in Eververse probably.
Yeah, right.
I've got a lot of fucking money in Eververse. I'm not one to, throw shade about people having poor money management skills. Fucking, I've got the poorest money management skills out of anybody I know. So,
well, it's more of personal responsibility. It sounds like to me that certain people don't want to have to rely on their self for personal responsibility when it comes to those kind of things. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the guy that, is struggling, didn't really have a whole lot of money and stuff like that, which, trust me, my heart goes out to people like that, and I get it. I was there.
Let's look at it this way. Okay, so $79.99, $80 after tax in most places, because a lot of states and areas have taxes on your digital purchases still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So let's call it $80. For the other one, it's $40. It's $39.99, I think, right? For just Witch Queen, it's $39.99.
Yeah, it's $40.
With that, you get Witch Queen, and you get the first season. And then each season after that is $10. That still only comes up to $70 that you have to spend on the game. That other $10 extra you're paying is literally for an ornament.
Well, I actually looked up if you done, let's say you bought Witch Queen after it drops, and then you bought each of the each of the seasons, after they drop, single-handed, like just singly, not buying them all at the same time, but you literally save 4 cents. You save 4 cents versus like me, who spends the $80 for the deluxe.
Yeah.
You spend 4 cents less than I do if you do it that way. But they're trying to say Bungie is going to punish you if you don't do it, if you don't purchase it, purchase the pre-orders and purchase with the sight unseen. And it's like, nobody has showed me no fucking numbers.
Bungie does not give a shit. Bungie does not make any extra money off of pre-orders. They don't.
Not technically.
They don't, because the deluxe edition right now, after how many weeks of Witch Queen being out, is still the exact same price when it was for pre-order.
Right.
They don't make any extra money off of pre-orders. It's just for the people that can afford to spend that money ahead of time, so that when it actually releases, they're not trying to like scrounge up money together to fucking buy it.
Right. And the option is you could do it either or. You can either pre-order, or you could just wait till each one pops up, and then you can go ahead and purchase them. So I think what the problem is this is why I'm taking issue with the whole situation, is because if, let's say, a new person, a potential buyer, or a potential person that decides they want to play Destiny, and they fall into that guy's video, and
I haven't.
that's what he tells everybody. Like, I actually made a video where I recorded it, so I'm gonna be uploading the recording tonight. So if you want to like get the context of what is all said for the part 1, plus I got 2 others. I've been busy this week, so, and it's only Tuesday, but if you want to kind of look at those, and it's up.
So like he's
But
gonna be
people, they want, but I just worry that, you know, someone might watch their video and be like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. That just sounds like a ripoff. Well, I don't want to spend my money there. Well, that's because of bad information that some of these people put out. Just all willy-nilly. And I think it's fucking bullshit. And I think it's time for somebody to fucking call them out.
listening to civilian world.
That's just my personal issues.
Noise
Right.
that when it gets out
I'm gonna be real with you.
for him as a civilian.
It's like half of that. I'm here for comic relief at the moment, alright? So
He's like, I'm not here for all the drama. I'm just here for comic relief.
so here's the way I see it, right? It's just the Destiny community being right now what the Destiny community has always been. Toxic. Destiny has a super toxic community as a whole. And 90% of the Destiny community can never just let themselves be happy that we have a good game.
Well, of course not.
They have to just complain about something, and they don't care what the something is. They're always gonna find something. Goodness, what was it? It was Mountaintop Recluse. Yeah, they were busted weapons. You know, power creep was a thing, but they were made a much bigger deal than I think they actually were.
They were pretty good, but I mean everybody used them. It was always the hype, you know, the meta, the hype, and all that shit.
You know, like there's the Destiny community. We always find something to complain about. That's just how it is. That's every year, man. Can you remember a single time in Destiny 2 that the player base hasn't bitched and moaned about something?
No, and I don't think that we'll ever see that day, to be honest. I think it's always going to be a thing.
You know?
But why not make a little extra content on the side whenever, you know, when these kind of issues be brought up? Because, and the funniest part about a lot of these things is that so far, these 2 people that I am reviewing on, they literally have the exact same talking points from someone else. Like, they're just basically copycats. They're just saying the exact same thing that someone else is. Or they're trying to blow it up to be a bigger issue. And you are currently muted. If you can hear me. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it would basically be set up.
I can hear you, Arma. So yeah, like the drama needs to be addressed sometimes, but I don't know.
It's too late in the evening to care, right?
I like coming into your podcast and playing devil's advocate all the time. But you can't play devil's advocate for a subset of people in the community that I can't stand.
Oh, come on. That's the best part.
I can't bring myself to play devil's advocate for a part of the Destiny 2 community that I just cannot stand. Yeah.
So what you're telling me is if I just focus on these folks, then you'll never be able to play devil's advocate.
Exactly.
So what I'm hearing is checkmate. I win.
You know, Don't worry, I'll keep my eyes out and my ears open.
He's like, I'll come up with some, you motherfucker.
You don't have another podcast where you're not talking about all the people that complain in the community.
Yeah.
All of Not
But
all of them.
But at the same time, you know, like I wouldn't mind having somebody to even, and people like that, they're more than welcome here on the show too. The idea is to be able to break the echo chambers so that, you know, people, so everybody can have a voice. But it's not only those who are the obtuse, negative Nancy's that are the loudest, you know, because they're getting their voices heard as left and right.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to genuinely have a conversation with someone that really thinks that we're forced to buy the deluxe editions, the, you know, $80, $90 deluxe editions every year. I'd like to talk to somebody like that because, like, I guarantee you there's people out there that have a Netflix subscription, right? And Netflix is on the cheapest plan is like $9 a month, right? $8-9 a month. So what?
Cable.
Dude, let's do
price point.
You do 8 times 12, $96. That's $96 that they're spending a year, and I guarantee you they don't watch $96 worth of shit on their Netflix.
Oh God, no.
Why do they pay for Netflix every month of the year? Why spend $96 on Netflix every year if you're not getting $96 worth of entertainment out of Netflix, you know? If you feel like you're not getting, you know, $80-90 of entertainment out of Witch Queen, don't buy the deluxe edition. It's that easy.
Well, I made this point last night, I believe, that, you know, the same people that advocate towards, it's the fanboys that have an addiction problem towards Destiny, but it sounds like to me it's those who are negative or they have hot takes and they just think that Destiny is a scam and all this shit. It sounds like it's them that have a hard time quitting. It's not the fanboys. The fanboys are content and we're ready. We're just playing. We're just having a good time. We playing with our buddies. We're playing with the boys. But it's those who hate the game for some reason, for I guess clout, and they're the ones that are having a hard time quitting. Not the other way
All
around.
I can say to that though is, if you're gonna sit here and you're gonna say you hate a game, why would you play it? Why would you continue to
money?
If all you're gonna do is sit here and complain about a game and say how bad it is, how horrible it is, how much you hate it, quit fucking playing it, you know?
Well, some of the argumentation is that, oh, well, because I've been playing Destiny for so long, I've been playing since the beta, and I love the game. I love the game, but I just hate the direction it's going.
Beta. I've been playing since the D1 beta, and I just love the game, and I can't stand to, you know, put it down. But if the game isn't what you want anymore, if it's not a good game in your eyes anymore, don't play it for the sake of I've been playing since the beta, some sort of like weird twisted loyalty to the company. Because at this point, all you're doing is giving a company that isn't taking a game you used to love in a direction that you like anymore, you're just giving them money to continue fucking up the game that you used to love.
Right. But at the end, it's funny because when you point that out, then you get my favorite comments, and it's like, you know, when you try to have a conversation, all you get is, well, if you don't like, don't buy it, or if it's that bad, don't play, you know, play something else. And it's like, boo-hoo. Yeah, that's that. What else do you want to hear? I mean, what else is there? That's basically it.
Chris, you had a rocket launcher.
It doesn't need to be so fucking complicated. It'd be very simple.
That's all, but see, like, that's all you can do. If you, I hate seeing people they're complainative just for the sake of being complainative, you know, because at that point they don't have a valid point. Saying, oh, I've been playing since D1 beta, that's why I don't want to put the game away, is not a valid argument.
or I know what I'm talking about is because I've been playing for a long time. It's a lot like saying I've been driving for years, so I know everything. I know how to fix a car. It's like, no.
I know, no, that's exactly what the Destiny community does though. I've been driving for 30 years, so they shouldn't have stop signs anymore.
Yeah, they shouldn't have stop signs, and I know how to fix this car, but I don't want to do it. I want you to do it because that's your job. But I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you how to do your fucking job. I think we're lost in this whole constructive criticism. I think we've lost that, and I want to try to bring that back.
We've the Destiny community, and it's not that the Destiny community has lost constructive criticism as a whole. It's the fucking the toxic voices speak the loudest.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because
The
negativity
loud
sells.
Voices in a player base are the ones that the player base actually don't want to be heard.
Right.
And my mom, she looked at my dad and she was, have you ever rewinded tape and it went, that's what she sounds like. That's
Because I've had, and I know a lot of people that have, and if you pay attention on Twitter and stuff, there's a bunch of people that have constructive criticism about the changes that they do in the game, and they try to be reasonable about it. But for every one person you have being like that, you have 10 more that are being super toxic.
Yeah, they just, which, hey, that's part for the course, I guess, because you're always going to have those who know what they want and they would like to see, and they give constructive criticism, and you have all those other people that are just spewing shit out their mouths because why not?
If you look at the changes that they've made over time, it hurts the people that want legitimately good changes to the game, because it's the loudest voices that are heard, and those are the changes that are made. When they nerfed all the exotics for the uptime on supers, they wanted to change the pace of the game, and they all at the same time, a little bit after that, they reduced how much your intellect affects your super. They made your supers take longer to charge, more orbs of power and shit.
Yeah.
But before that, Skull of Dirahamkara, Phoenix Protocol, Orpheus Rig, God, what's the other one? Furiosa,
Shards of Galanor.
Shards of Galanor, all of them got nerfed into the ground, and Phoenix Protocol is the only one that I would say anymore has a fighting chance, because there's areas in the game where you can kill a lot of ads and get a lot of your super back.
Well, I feel like Orpheus Rigs is still valuable, but it's not as good as it used to be.
How they changed. It's not because Orpheus Rig kept some sort of really good synergy with the super, they didn't nerf it as much as the others. It's just because of how the new Hunter super functions.
Well, yeah, you can get 3 shots instead of 2 if you go with the whatever tree that they call it now.
Yeah, you can get the 3 shots instead of 2, and I was watching somebody use the tether, and they were shooting 3 tether bolts out at a time. It functions differently than it used to.
Yeah.
So it's
good setup.
It just made tether better than what it was.
It just doesn't give you back your tether as quickly as it used to.
Exactly.
But whenever you do use it, it's really good.
Yeah, and I know that opened up a place in the meta for the other, exotics to have some sort of place, but they were still really good exotics, and I think if they hadn't tweaked them as much as they had, I think if they hadn't tweaked those exotics, I would never use Skull of Dirahamkara now. for the warlock to get your to get refunded energy on Nova Bomb kills, I would never use it
Right.
because it's not good anymore. I could kill, you know, I could kill 3 orange bar knights and like 12 thrall, and it wouldn't even give me like half my super back.
It's your resistant quest.
It's just so bad now, and like Shards of Galanor is the same way. Shards of Galanor, the amount of super energy you get back is how many of your blades hit combined with how many enemies you kill.
Yeah.
And the energy you get back from enemy kills is based on the like tier of enemy.
Well, you gotta say when it first came out, that shit was pretty busted though. I mean, you were getting Shards of Galanor, like you were getting Blade Barrage one after the other, just boom, 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 boom. You know, you just mow
The only
enemies down.
reason they nerfed all of those exotics like they did is because people in PvP, all the people that are super sweaty in PvP and saw how fast people could, you know, get their builds and make their supers come back, complained about it. Like,
No,
hell,
that's
even
funny. The
even
same people that
bad-
complain about it are the ones that are making those fucking videos. They make those videos and then they turn around and bitch about it whenever it gets all up into the Crucible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because them changing how supers functioned upended the entire Crucible meta. And like hell, when they nerfed Geomags, like it really put Warlocks in a spot where we didn't have a great super to use.
They're in PvP.
In PvP, we literally, like, yeah, we can still use
Listen, it's always
we can still use Chaos Reach to take out other supers. We can still panic super with it and take out other supers and, you know, take out a couple of people maybe. But if I can start my Chaos Reach and then immediately end it, and I'll have less than half of my super bar left
Damn.
because of how they changed Geomags.
Yeah.
And sprinting doesn't top off your super anymore. You can't top off your super with them anymore. So it just, you know, they really hurt a couple of the classes with how they did that.
I think maybe this could be a conversation, you know, later down the road, but maybe, you know, if we stop thinking that Destiny could ever be competitive, you know, because I think that's where a lot of the issues come from. It stems from PvP, and I'm convinced that a lot of the changes is due to PvP, but I know that was the case prior, but you know, nowadays I'm not too sure if that's really, because I think they're able to separate a lot of the stuff from PvP and
They've
PvE.
been better about balancing PvE and PvP separately. They've been better about it, but I still wouldn't by any means say that it's where it needs to be.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like,
and I keep when it comes to like trials, you know, let's make it basically Iron Banner. And it's like, okay, but I thought trials was basically for the best of the best, but whenever that's all you have in trials is the best of the best, and then all of a sudden trials is dead and nobody wants to play it.
What it is nobody wants to play trials because nobody wanted to play trials because it has the best of the best. It has the super sweaty in there. And the reason people were still trying and people were complaining about the difficulty in trials and them getting loot is because they have really, really good weapons locked up behind them.
Yeah.
You know, the pulse rifle, the trials pulse rifle is
Yeah,
one
it
of
could
the
roll
best.
It could roll
One of, if
Desperado, I believe.
it is one of, if not the best PvP sniper that you can get, or pulse rifle that you can get, right?
Right.
So same with Isoul is one of, if not the best PvP sniper you can get. All of the weapons in Trials are really good weapons, and getting those flawless, those adept rolls on them,
Yeah.
really, really good. But when only 3 or 4% of the community can get those weapons, and then you run into those people using those weapons in regular Crucible, it makes regular Crucible not fun.
Hmm.
Because nothing that you can grind out in PvE compares to the weapons that you can get from Trials in PvP.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like every time, whenever the streamers and content creators, or mainly streamers, who have a hard time in the Crucible while they're trying to stream to their audience, and they just want a bunch of this shit nerfed or taken away, or like the most recent one I hear complaining is the hunter invisibility. They feel like their invisibility seems to be more invisible, and they also get taken away from the radar. It's like, yeah, if you know what you're looking for, you can catch a hunter. It's very rare a hunter gets the jump on me. Every once in a while it happens. Every once in a while it does happen if it comes around a corner or some shit. But most of the time I can see him like a mile away. But then I also play as a hunter, so I know what to look for.
Yeah.
So that's just a personal take. But
Come here.
you know,
Come on.
oh well, they need to make it where the hunter could be seen better if he's invisible, or you know, whatever takes that they want.
So they're after
It's like,
Danielle.
oh yeah, let's take away hunter's ability to go invis, while, you know, warlocks and titans can just float around the map with like floaty fairies. They can just fly around.
See, but alright, so I get what you're doing. I see what you're doing here. You're trying to insinuate, right?
I would never.
The downfall. There is a downfall that comes with being able to float around the map like a fucking fairy. There's a downfall that comes with that. And that is, unless you have Heat Rises active and you are playing Chop Tree Dawnblade, you have no accuracy in the air, and as soon as you start shooting, your jump fails. You immediately fall to the ground. And on the Titan, you don't get that luxury. On a Titan, you don't get that luxury at all. You don't get to have any ability to like shoot midair.
Well, you'd have to. You got the. What's the exotic for the warlocks? That like when you're aiming down sight, you like stay
Freezes
suspended
in the middle of the sky. Yeah, Wings of Sacred Dawn. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And when you aim down sights, it freezes you in the middle of the air. No defense, no cover, no nothing. You're frozen in the middle of the sky, and anybody from anywhere on the map can take you out.
I've seen some people go off with that shit though. They'll be on the like way outside the map. They'll, you know, fly all the way the hell out there, and then they take a few people out and then float their asses on back into the map. And it's like, what the fuck? What the shit is that? Like, bro. I mean, granted, that was some skill. I mean, I appreciated it, but damn.
Exactly. Not every warlock and not every person that plays a warlock in PvP or whatever else has the skill, has the gun skill, and, you know, maneuvering.
And just like every hunter, I don't think has that sense of being able to maneuver themselves where they just out of fucking nowhere get the jump on you. Not every hunter knows how to do that.
He said to come down the tube, so that's what I did. Are you guys battling?
I don't know. I get where people come from with the hunter invisibility. Is it unwarranted? Yeah, I still believe that it's kind of unwarranted, you know. The invisibility really isn't that bad. I'm half blind. If I don't have my glasses on, I can barely see my TV, and I can still see this glowing purple silhouette running around the map. It's
let me
not
just
like-
take a couple shots at that. It looks like a hunter, but let's just check to be sure.
Yeah, like it's not like they're impossible to see. It's not like they get true invisibility and just fucking disappear off of everybody's screen.
Yeah.
You know, at that point, like, yeah, I'd be busted and I'd be on board and I'd be like, yeah, that needs gone, that needs fixed.
Right.
But it's not at that point. It's not that bad, you know.
Right. Well, anyways, I think we're at like an hour and a half or so, probably an hour and 15 minutes.
Are
But,
we really?
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I did my my recording, which I did 30 minutes of that. So,
I
kinda-
see.
yeah. And but I got to get that uploaded, you know, get it ready and available for people to watch. And which is not hard. I just got to get that set up. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm gonna do this second part and tomorrow, and hopefully I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be able to do, because yeah, there are these videos out there like this, but there's not too many, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless if I want to go with big ticket items.
Well, you have fun. If you want to play video games with me, the only thing I can really play right now is Apex and Fortnite. So.
Yeah, I don't play none of that. Unfortunately. But when are you supposed to get your PlayStation back? PlayStation Plus.
Whenever I get my taxes in.
Alright.
Sometime, I think the 12th or like the 10th of April is like the latest I'll get them. So it could be a couple of weeks, but
Right. Okay.
Hopefully I get it pretty quick.
Alright. Well,
Because it means that I have to do all of my legendary campaign by myself right now, and that's not fun.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, good luck with that. You gotta solo it. I expect solo flawless or you're no longer my admin.
Let me just go knock that out real quick.
Right.
Stuck on this one mission for months, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
second to last mission too. It's literally like the second to last mission. You have to like kill these knights and pick up their swords and break these little like key things.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gotta through it, and yeah, it's a whole thing, and I can't stand it.
Well,
I've been-
maybe if you stop trying to solo it, you know.
I'm trying to solo it. I have to solo it now because I don't have PlayStation Plus. It won't let me play with anybody. It's whack.
Oh, wow. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, I can literally load up Destiny, but I can't join anybody's fire team, and nobody can join my fire team. Dumb as hell.
That is pretty fucked up. That's the one thing I always try to make sure I got that shit, because I can't play with my boys. I gotta be able to play.
I buy it a year at a time, and it's usually February, March is when it runs out because that's normally when I get my taxes. This year, I didn't get my taxes filed until a little bit later, so I ran out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I normally just do that because tax time is the time that I have the money to blow on it, you know?
Right.
That's typically when I'm my most financially stable, which is a sad thing to say, but
Alright, there you go. Just check your phone.
Jesus, man. Alright. I'm gonna get off of here. You're something else, Arma.
What did you just do?
You just sent me $10 for a month of fucking
Armalite, I'm gonna kick your ass. Quit.
Wow, I've never been threatened for being nice.
She's kind of weird like that. I bought her this skin on Fortnite and she got mad at me. She said she's gonna beat me up.
Well, that's the reason why you don't have PlayStation Plus now.
It was only her skin.
No.
It'll be
But
alright.
yeah, go ahead and get yourself PlayStation Plus. You'll be good.
Then I can finish my campaign and not be lonely.
That's right. I don't know if I'll be able to get on this week, but I'm gonna try. It just depends on, you know, especially right now with still
Yeah, I
working
get it.
overtime.
We got a bunch of trees and shit we got to cut down too. So I've got a bunch of shit to probably do this week. Yeah, and we've got baby goats being born.
Well, if
Fucking
anything, we could try to work something out Friday night maybe.
Friday night. All right.
Yeah, Friday night or sometime Sunday I'll be available. So
All right. I'll put it in my calendar. It's
I
a
bet
date.
you will. I bet you will. All right, brother. I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too. All right, we're going to close that down. We are done with that section. All right. So tonight was interesting. Tomorrow will be part 2 of this little series type deal. I'm gonna have to think of something else because I don't want this to be a thing forever, but I might do a few more. Who knows? We'll just see what happens. But if you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. And I would appreciate it if you drop a like. Mainly subscribe. That's kind of my real push right now, is to get more subscribers so we can get more traction, we can get more people into the streams, because that's kind of my main focus. I'm just making shorter content videos so that people can enjoy those as well. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So until I see you again, Guardians, you stay classy.